Hi everybody, Christine Cataldo. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to 30 Days of Journaling. I don't really have a name. I just had this thought because I've had so many people come to me after I did a 40-day workshop about bringing more joy into your life, self-care, self-love. I did that last fall, and a big component of it was journaling and how it's absolutely changed my life. So I thought, well, I'm going to pull that out and share it, and I'm also going to be creating a course afterwards. So everything here is before that course. So afterwards, I'll have it all combined, nice and neat, onto a platform, in a course. But let's have some fun with this. So let me go back to the beginning. Journaling was not something I grew up doing. I guess I enjoyed writing, but I didn't enjoy it to the level that I enjoy it now. I have an absolute passion to write. I absolutely love it, and I believe it's God gifted me this gift to share with everybody. So back in when my journey started, when it started back in at the end of 2011, 2012, so January 7th, 2012, my life changed like I never thought it would. It was something that I was not prepared for. So when I became a single mom, and my world was absolutely rocked. I was 100 pounds heavier. I was so overworked, so just absolutely running at 100 different levels, doing everything for everybody but myself. There was no self-care, there was no self-love, none of that. It didn't exist. And I was at a point where I'm like, what am I going to do? My life has to change. And I just didn't know. Like, I would be in a ball on the floor in the fetal position crying, and I'm like, okay, this is silly. Like, I still want to be happy. I still have children to be happy for and with, and I have this life. I'm only, what was I, 40 something. I'm only in my 40s. I really need to enjoy life to the fullest, and it just really caused me to pause and say, I need to make a change. So I did some counseling. I reached out to people at church. I had this just great support system in many different levels. And one of this amazing counselor wrote to me and said, have you tried journaling? And I'm like, no, that's just silly. Someone's going to read it. I had all these reasons that I didn't want to do it. And she says, okay, let's start here. Let's start because I had so much stuff I wanted to say and I couldn't get it out. And I'm very emotional, and so when I get it out, I cry, and then it was hard for me to just fully release it. She said, sit down, and when you get those emotions, just get out a piece of paper and do it pen in hand and start writing, and get whatever you want to say, just write it down, just blah, all over the paper. And so that's what I did. And she says, but this journal, I don't want you to keep. It's not a journal you keep. I want you to actually shred it, tear it, burn it. So that's really was my first exposure to journaling, was actually writing stuff down, and I actually would burn it. And it was so cathartic to get it out. So that's good. So there's all different types of journaling. So I want to go over the different types, but that was kind of my exposure and how I first started seeing the benefits of journaling or writing. And so then I thought, well, there's things that I want to keep. I don't want to burn everything. I know there are thoughts and stuff that I just want to get out and burn so that I can release them into the universe and just let them go. I get that, and be really present. But there's other things I want to keep. And I'm a hummingbird that rarely lands. So I'm going in all these different directions. So I have all these passions in my life. And one journal just didn't, I'm like, I don't want to write everything in one journal. To me, didn't work for me. Now, it may work for you. You may want one journal and you want to write everything, whether it's about your kids, about your things you're grateful for, about things you're frustrated with, maybe about church, maybe outside activities, maybe your fitness. Maybe you want to put it all in one journal. No, I'm kind of OCD this way. Like, I want everything in its little space, and I want it just so. I have like my favorite pen. I have this pen, and I have a pen that one of my friends, my dear friends, my twin, he gave it to me, and I use it. I absolutely love it. It's one of those thicker pens. But this one, it writes nicely. So I'm even to that point. I also have I like to do creative journaling, and so I have these, all my pencils, all my colored pencils and my sharpener. So I take this with me. So the types of journals I have, I did a little, this one, it's this tiny little one I got for $1 or $2. And this one, I put little words in here, but I also do doodling. So I love to get out my colored pencils and doodle, and then, you know, usually it's a scripture or a thought or a quote that I have. And then sometimes that leads to a longer journaling or a blog post. So I use this just when I have a thought or when I see something, like I was at the ocean and I decided to just doodle like what I was seeing. So that is one journal that I have. I have another one. So when I go to church, I like to have all my sermon notes and everything in here. So I'll put stuff in here, and I also use, this is, I know I'm like, okay, so some people have shoes and purses or collect fishing poles. Well, I collect journals. But this one, so I will journal in here all my notes, my scripture notes. And this absolutely leads to blog posts and my writing and articles that I write for the magazine. So I have that, and I will also use Evernote. So if there's key points that I do want to blog about, I'll put them in electronic format. So I do that. So I journal in there. And then I have this one, it's called I Want to Ride. And when I go out for, when I cycle or when I hike, I like to log and journal about my hikes. And this is just a quick, it's more like a little paragraph that I'll do in here. And I throw this in my backpack when we hike. I may put in there the birds we see, the flowers we see. I may reference some pictures I took. So I do that. And then what you love is more, okay, so this is, and I taped her picture in here. I had a friend that passed away recently, my friend Deb, Fane Weisberg, and she inspired this journal. So this is a journal, and it's called, it's more of a Hobonichi way of journaling, where you incorporate your drawing in with your journaling. So here's, let me see, there's another one in here that this one. So this one, I decided to journal about my day. And I decided it was a path and a journey that I was taking during the day. And I love everything outside and native. I love arrows and arrows and feathers and anything like Native American-ish or outside-ish. So I made it like that. And so this is how my day went, and these are the bullet points of my day, and I put more notes about it. So that was kind of cool. And then I have my very favorite journal. This is one my best friend, my bestest, Elisa gave me. And I journal in here, and this is more of my life or something that's happened during that day or my gratitude. So I use this typically in the morning, sometimes at night. I will do that. So those are the types of journals that I have. And you have to decide what works for you. So if you want, and try to keep it with you. So try to throw it in your man bag, your purse, in your car, in your backpack, whatever, and keep it with you so that you can write whenever you're inspired. I typically write, well, I write all the time, but I typically do carve out a half an hour in the morning, which is my praying, meditation, and priming me time. And it's a half an hour where at the end I will journal. And I journal what kind of comes to me during that time. So I pray, I do a breathing technique, and I meditate. And then I do journaling on the back side of that. And then in the evening, and that's usually about my day, what I'm grateful for. So I try to find some things, my joys. So it's my joyful journaling, let's say. And I will put those in there, and kind of ends my day nice, allows me to go to sleep and rest well with everything, in a journal. So figure out a time that works for you. Try to choose, one time a day where maybe it's 10 minutes. Maybe you can't do 10, maybe it's 5. Maybe you don't know what to write. When you sit down and you have a writer's block, sit down and just write. Write whatever's coming to you. Whatever, if it's just words, write the words that come to you. And I'm going to do in this 30 days, I'm going to give you a journaling prompt every day. So at the beginning of the day, let's say by 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will have a post for you, and I might have another video, inspiring video for you. I might have another exercise, or I may have some links. I'm not really sure because I'm writing as we go along. I'm pulling content from the walkabout that I did, so there will be some posts that I will pull over and repurpose for this, but I want it to be sporadic and kind of what comes to me and really from my heart to share with you, friends, because I do believe that God has placed it in my heart to share this process because it absolutely has changed my life. It's allowed me to get through situations. It's allowed me to get through tough times in my life. It's allowed me to capture moments of joy and absolute just amazingness. It's allowed me to become present, absolutely present, and just accepting of what is. It's allowed me to let go, allowed me to let go of worry, allowed me to stop beating myself up from things in the past, things out of my control, things that were not my fault, not anybody's fault. It just happened. And so I encourage you to try the journaling with me for 30 days. And if you don't like it afterwards, don't do it, or do it less. But whatever it is, get it out. You owe it to yourself. You owe yourself this self-care and self-love time. And to capture those amazing thoughts that just go through your head all day long. Our mind is amazing. And, if you're doing, if you have goals in your life, definitely journal it. Because what, our body will achieve, what our mind believes. Absolutely. I absolutely believe that. And so if you have fitness goals, educational goals, if you have goals about money and you want more abundance in your life as far as joy and happiness, journal it. I truly believe that, what we put out and what we share in our journal and our thoughts, I believe it does come back to us. I believe it's attracted to us. I believe other people are attracted to us the vibes that we put out in our life. So give it a try, and please ask me any questions you have. You can send them to me privately, or you can share them in this thread. I would love to hear them. I'd love to hear of your progress. If you have pictures of your journal, anything you want to share, please share it. Please share it. I'll probably share my Hobonichi ones, because some of the others are a little more, they might be a little more personal, but these are personal too, but they're ones that I can share. And much love and gratitude goes out to my friend Deb for telling me about the Hobonichi way and sharing that with me, because it has allowed me to couple my passion for art. I love to doodle and love to draw and love everything about art, and my passion for writing. I've just put them in one, and yeah, it's really great. It's really great. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I can't wait to hear everything from you, friends. I love you. Oodles and noodles of love, and having a fantastic Friday. Bye, everybody.